Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us at today's Salvation Army Hands and Hearts virtual luncheon. Yes, ordinarily we'd be together at a large place like the Benton Convention Center, but circumstances have prevented that. In the next half hour, you'll be informed, uplifted, and inspired with stories of service to families in need right here in the Winston-Salem area. As soon as we're done with this part, the real fun begins with an online auction of 47 extraordinarily beautiful birdhouses decorated by some of the finest artists in our area. We'll have all the information you need to donate and to bid on birdhouses in just a few minutes. But to welcome you, may I introduce the Area Commander for the Salvation Army of Greater Winston-Salem, ladies and gentlemen, Major Jim Rickard.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us today as we launch into a new venue. This is Jim Rickard here at the Salvation Army. We serve 4 counties throughout here in the Area Command. I want to thank you for attending this event today. If you will, please allow me to offer an invocation. Father God, we thank you for this day. We thank you for the gift of life, the gift of health, the gift of family and friends. As we continue to pray for our neighbors in need in our country and those around the world, may we all find safety in you, our protector. Amen. Thank you, Bob.
Thank you, Major Rickard. My name is Bob Campbell. I'm the Director of Marketing and Public Relations for the Salvation Army here in Winston-Salem, and it's my honor to be able to be the MC for today's event. And of course, whether we had been together in the Benton Convention Center or whether we're here online, we do have sponsors we have to thank. And let's take a minute to do that right now. The folks up on the screen are all supporters of us for the event and throughout the year, and we want to make sure that we express our thanks. Twin City Quality Warehousing and Distribution, Woodard and Company Asset Management Group, the Datamax Foundation, Reynolds American, Triad Radiology Associates, Sutton Brothers, Elevation Church, Garner Foods, Vulcan Materials, and we are a partner of the United Way. Our special friends there, who many of them are on our board and have been with us for years, Andy and Marjorie Brown, John and Joan Woodard, Leslie and Zan Baker, Bill and Judy Goodson, Dan and Kay Donahue, Drew Leander, Dick and Emily Glaze, and Gary and Betty Lou Gonzalez. And the 3 people without whom this would not be happening at all, the co-chairs of this year's event, who have worked tirelessly as volunteers to plan what would have been the in-person event, but transitioned to the virtual event as soon as we knew we had to do that. Thanks to Karen Simon, Susan Doremus, and Suzanne Jabor. You're all out there. I can see you. Thank you so very much. You guys are amazing. We are deeply in your debt. Your support today will make a difference in the lives of children, men, women, from infants to seniors. All of those we serve here in the greater Winston-Salem area, and we thank you so much for that. The Salvation Army is now in its 113th year of service to the greater Winston-Salem area. We fight for good every day with programs that reach more than 25,000 people each year. All of our programs have remained open during the COVID-19 crisis, serving families and individuals in need who are facing even more difficult times during this emergency. Our staff works on the front lines of the COVID-19 crisis, and today you'll hear from some of these heroes. Programs like the Center of Hope Family Shelter. The Center of Hope is the only family emergency homeless shelter in all of Forsyth County. Julius Walker is our shelter manager, and he joins us now. Julius?
Thank you, Bob. Good morning to everyone who's participating. I just want to tell a little bit about what we do here at the Center of Hope Family Shelter. We serve 200 families a year, each year. We also, every day, we provide shelter, meals, and a lot of love for all the children, mothers, and fathers. And yes, we do have fathers here. We do have fathers that's in here with, we do have fathers that's single and have children. So yes, we do have fathers as head of household here at the Center of Hope. We have a case manager that works with families on reasons why they became homeless and help them create a plan for a new start in a new home. We also provide other services, case manager provide other services or direct these clients to services that will be able to help them with their new start of starting over. During during COVID-19, parents have stayed in the shelter as much as possible. They leave if they have a job, essential jobs, if they have doctor's appointments. School-aged children are doing their home schoolwork online, and we are helping them. Well, I'm helping them as much as possible, but my schooling has been a long, long time ago, so it's kind of hard for me, but I do try to help as much as possible. And to keep everyone safe, we do a lot of, we've stepped up a lot of cleaning every day and disinfecting, and we are happy to report that no one in the shelter on staff has been COVID-19 virus. So we're doing a great job there. And I also must say that our leadership here, which is the Rickers, have stepped up and made sure that we are safe, staff, and everyone that's here at the Center of Hope. Once, as this slide, you'll see a slide show. You'll see a picture of kids that was taken here at the shelter. And this is what this is all about. It's about these kids, and I tell a lot of parents that's here that once you have children, you don't live for yourself anymore. You're living for these kids. So this is why I'm here. This is why we are having this. And also I want to thank Hands and Hearts for all that they've done. I think this is the third year they've done this, and we're very appreciative. We're appreciative to board members, donors, volunteers, everyone that comes here in the shelter. We are very appreciative. Now, I want you, everyone, it's online to either pull out your pocket, go in your pocketbooks, pull those wallets out, get those credit cards out, and donate, because everything that, all that you do would definitely be helpful for us here at the Center of Hope. And I just want to say thank you, everyone, and God bless.
Thank you, Julius. Thank you so very much. You are truly one of the heroes who serves on the front lines. This is the third time we've done this event, and at last year's luncheon, your generous donations fed, housed, cared for, and counseled the dozens of families we serve at the shelter. This year, you'll also be supporting every program that the Salvation Army presents to all of the families and individuals in need in our area. Last year, one of the things you did was help us make some desperately needed repairs and renovations at the shelter that included new bathrooms, as you can see in the slide here. We were going to show you a before picture, but it was so scary to see that we were afraid to. You also renovated and decorated a tutoring and rec room for the children and a family room for the families to spend time together and relax. But there's more. I know, and there's always more, isn't there? Just at the shelter, we need a private entrance for the shelter. Right now, when families come into the shelter, they have to basically walk through the office. Can you imagine having to walk through an office to get into your house? So we need a new door. The parking lot needs enlarging because we have more people here. And also we need a new surveillance system and upgrades to the surveillance system we have. That's just among the many needs. That doesn't include the everyday support of feeding and housing and our other programs that we'll talk about in just a few minutes. We have 2 food pantries, and there we fight hunger every day. One is in Kernersville, and one is at our 1255 North Trade Street location here in Winston-Salem. Sabrina Coppage is part of our social services team who works in that food pantry each and every day, feeding the hundreds of people that we serve. Sabrina, tell us about what you do at the pantry.
Good morning. Our food pantry distributes more than 3 tons of food every month to hundreds of families. And last year we were so excited. We transitioned to a client choice pantry. Clients could come in and shop just as they do in a regular grocery store. And then COVID-19 forced us to make some adjustments to our system. We had to make some little bit of changes. We went to a pre-box system where we had pre-boxed that the families came in and the box was already ready-made for them. Each and every family was handed a box at the door. And then thanks to a partnership with Rooster's Restaurants, we were delivering prepared meals to the local neighborhoods that faced some food insecurities. So we took care of all our families. So you see, as a part of Salvation Army, we really need your support. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sabrina. You are wonderful. BJ Williams is a program director at the Salvation Army Ken Carlson Boys and Girls Club, another program that has remained open during the COVID-19 emergency. While so many people have shut down services, all of ours have remained open. All of our services have continued to serve during this crisis. BJ, tell us about what's going on at the Boys and Girls Club.
Yes, thank you, Bob. You're totally right. COVID-19 has made a lot of things different. A lot of changes have been made, but one of the changes that has never stopped and it's not going to stop is the great works that the Salvation Army continues to do. Here at the Boys and Girls Club, we make sure that we want to really support our heroes on the front line, those essential workers, those medical workers, those people who have to go to work to support their family. And the way we did that was making sure that our kids had somewhere safe to come, where they can get help with their homework, making sure that they had people who were going to supervise them and make sure they were great. We also want to make sure that we practice all of our social distancing and sanitizing and making sure that we have a safe area for our kids and youth, so those frontline workers could really do what they need to do in the community. And we're really looking forward to moving into the future, into the summer program. We want to make sure that we have comprehensive programming. We're doing virtual programming. We're making sure that our kids are getting help with homework. We're doing individualized birthday messages. We're making sure that over 200 families are getting fed every single week. And so those are our priorities in making sure that we can do all of that. And all this is only possible through the awesome donations, through the awesome support that we get here at the Salvation Army Ken Carlson Boys and Girls Club, because truly an investment in a child and the family is truly an investment in our community. An investment in our community is an investment for all of our future. So please donate, support all that you can. We truly appreciate it, and it could not go to a better cause. Thank you.
Thank you, BJ. You guys are doing tremendous work there. You know, masks, gloves, extreme cleaning, hand washing have all become a way of life at all our services. This is one of the few times you'll see Salvation Army staff inside the building either not wearing gloves or masks. Thank you very much, BJ. The Salvation Army, we like to say here in Winston-Salem, we serve from infants to seniors, and we do. We have a senior center at our new Walkertown Road location that serves more than 100 seniors with programs on health, nutrition, and more, day trips to local attractions and shopping, physical activities like yoga and chair volleyball. When we're all back together in that building, we invite each and every one of you to come by and watch our seniors play chair volleyball. They are intense, and as you see in the slide, you see the team up there in the middle. We know these ladies, they're wonderful, and they terrify us. They do not play chair volleyball with them unless you are ready to shed your own blood. Captains Raquel and David Lorenzo, who are the administrators of the seniors program, are now serving them by distributing food boxes to the homes of the seniors. Of course, we don't go in, we say hi from the sidewalk, and they're also giving what we call in the Salvation Army emotional and spiritual care. Sometimes it's a shared prayer, and sometimes, especially for seniors who may live alone, it's sometimes just someone to talk to and someone to listen to your story. That's what we do year round, and that's what we're doing especially more at this time. Karen Simon is a member of the Salvation Army Advisory Board. She would have been our featured speaker if we were all together in one place today. I know, Karen, you're out there somewhere, and wave at us. You're about to see a video from Karen, what is basically was going to be her speech. And what you're about to see will tell you Karen's personal story of what we do and why she supports what we do. And I think it'll tell you a lot about the kind of people who work here and volunteer here and the people we serve. Let's watch that video now.
Hi, everyone. My name is Karen Simon, and I serve on the advisory board of the Salvation Army in Winston-Salem. The Salvation Army serves those who are less fortunate. We feed the hungry, we shelter the homeless, we provide companionship for the elderly, and we provide hope. Friends, our city is in a crisis because of the coronavirus. We find ourselves in uncertain and difficult times, and more people are without work and without food, so the levels of anxiety and depression are setting in. We have families right now at the Center of Hope Family Shelter, the only shelter in our county that takes the children, and they are safe and they are getting fed. But with more people becoming unemployed, we expect that number to grow larger. The lines at our food pantry are long, and we anticipate even longer lines in the coming months. While the Salvation Army's doors are still open, like many others, we are struggling. The families we serve need your financial gifts, and that's where you come in. We must keep our doors open to continue serving those who need our help, feeding those who are hungry, and helping the children with their schoolwork during this tumultuous time. If we close our doors and cannot serve those in need, it will directly affect the health of our entire community. I ask this out of compassion because this is very personal to me. I started tutoring at the Center of Hope Family Shelter about 4 years ago, and I had no idea what I was getting into. But it totally changed my perspective on people and a population who I didn't think much of. I was tutoring a 6-year-old boy one night, and I asked him what his favorite color was. So he told me, and then he said, "Hey, what's your favorite color?" And I told him my favorite color. And I asked him, I said, "What's your mommy's favorite color?" And he said, "Well, my mommy's not here. I watched the police take her away. She's in jail because she was hurting my daddy." And my daddy told the police that he couldn't go with them because he had to take care of me and my baby sister. They hit rock bottom, and they came to the shelter for hope and help. A couple of months ago, I watched a family of 4 come into the shelter. They were living in their car behind Walmart. And they came in with a suitcase and a pillowcase. That's what their possessions were in, a pillowcase. Can you imagine if everything you owned fit in that? And they were scared, they were huddled together because they had nowhere else to go. They came in search of hope and a second chance at life. And the Salvation Army gave them that chance. They are now in permanent housing and starting fresh. I could go on because there are many stories. Some of these children have been in more situations and seen more bad things than I've experienced in my entire lifetime. From the children in the shelter to those in the food line and the kids that go to the Boys and Girls Club, please, on their behalf, make a donation. We need to continue to fight for children, to fight for families, and fight hunger, homelessness, and hopelessness. Make your donation today online at www.salvationarmyws.org, or you can mail a check to P.O. Box 1205, Winston-Salem 27102. A pillowcase should not define anybody's life.
Thank you, Karen. I've seen that video. I've seen that video half a dozen times, and it chokes me up every time I see it. That was amazing. Karen, I know you're out there. So now it's time to hear from you live, because I want you to tell us about the birdhouse auction that we'll be getting to in just a few minutes. I know a lot of folks are really excited about that. Karen, tell us.
Hey everyone, this is Karen, and yes, we're really excited about our auction, which will start in a few minutes at noon. There are about 47 birdhouses designed by local artists and others in our community that you can bid on. Each one starts at $50. And the auction goes until tomorrow at noon. You can see the link here on the slide, which is bid.ly/BIRDBUY. The auction, you will need to register on the site before you can actually bid, but that just takes a few seconds. And we picked birdhouses because it represents hope and a new start to our homeless families who live at the Center of Hope Family Shelter. So please bid. And even if you don't get the birdhouse that you want, there are plenty to choose from. But the most important thing is that it will be a daily reminder to you that you provided a new life for somebody less fortunate. So please get online at the link that was shown, bid.ly/birdbuy, and start bidding. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. And it's obvious that among all of us, you were the one who has certainly mastered the virtual background for your Zoom meetings.
Yeah, I'm not really in Florida.
Thank you so very much. So we're just about done here. We know that even in this time of working from home and teaching your children's school at home, don't we all appreciate teachers more than we did? Your time is valuable. We don't want to keep you all day. Thank you all for being here. Every dime you contribute, every birdhouse you buy, all of those funds will go to support all of the programs of the Salvation Army of Greater Winston-Salem, from feeding hungry families to sheltering homeless children, women, and men, taking care of kids at the Boys and Girls Club, making sure that seniors can age gracefully and not be stuck in their homes and have a sense of community and be able to have fun, all of those things. And by the way, as I look up, I can see Major Rickard up there. You know, we're churches too. And we have one on New Walkertown Road in Winston-Salem that does services in Spanish and English. And we also have a church in Curtisville that offers services in Korean. Our food pantries are open 5 days a week. If you know someone who needs food during this emergency, please send them. Our information is all on our website at salvationarmyws.org. Follow us on Facebook, Salvation Army of Winston-Salem, and Instagram and Twitter. Our handles there are at SalArmyWS. Once again, thank you all for joining us today. Stay safe. Have a great afternoon. We'll be around to answer some questions if you have them. God bless you.